All right, guys. So as you can see, we're going to be talking about some 945 Industries on body concealed carry. These are two of their styles. This is the extra large, if I remember correctly, and this is the large, both of which I like, and both of which serve a different purpose, but the same context. This one I purchased myself, did a review, and then the company actually reached out to me and offered to send me the XL. No strings attached. I didn't have to do a review or anything like that. It was more of appreciation. Really nice company. I actually really like the company, and I really like this bag as well. So I had them send me the XL with a different holster style for one of my bigger guns. So I've done a review in the past on the 945 industry bag. I really, really love these bags. There's some times where, on body can be a little bit precarious, more so when I'm tucking in my shirt, which isn't too often. It's more of a Sunday kind of thing, or I'm driving a lot, stuff like that. So every once in a while, I'll throw it in one of these bags. I tend to wear it more as a fanny pack style instead of a crossbody. Some people prefer the crossbody. The crossbody works great. I just prefer a fanny. That's just my preferred style of carry. Looks a little bit less conspicuous in my opinion too. But then again, we're in California, so it doesn't really matter how you carry it. If you have a fanny pack, you look regular and you blend in to begin with. So quick differences on these. As soon as they sent these out, I noticed a couple things. One, these changed. This is oh yeah, actually it did reverse it. So the actual zipper handles are different. I like these newer styles a lot more than this style. One of the biggest reasons, as you can hear it, this one rattles a lot more. This one does not. Because they got rid of this metal zipper part here, these rattle and make noises. As you see, I actually removed one of these. And if I removed both of these, they rattled even more, but I removed one just because I never wanted to accidentally grab these. Because normally, they have your quick pull tab. And for the most part, this one would dangle down when I have my fanny pack. And I'd like to grab this instead of accidentally grabbing the zipper with it. So that was one big difference I noticed from the get-go. The other was the patch, which I actually really, really like that they did this style. This one's on the front, as you can see. If people know 945 Industries, they kind of, the bag stands out. But it was still pretty inconspicuous. It was black, as you see, kind of blends in with the bag. But this one, it's a lot smaller. As well, it's a tab. So you can actually tuck it into the zipper, and it's even more inconspicuous. I really like that. So it stood out even less. Just looks like a regular black fanny pack. There's no MOLLE. There's nothing crazy on these things, which I like. So that was one of the other differences. And probably the biggest difference I would say between the two, which is a trade-off in its own. One, as you can see, the size is a big difference. But one thing I really go back and forth of, well, actually, before I get to that, they do add this Velcro in the front, so you can attach, like your magazine holders up there, which is kind of nice because when you're throwing your gun with your holster up here, that doesn't leave a lot of room for a magazine holder, especially if you're going full size. So it doesn't really quite work that way. But the other big difference is the pull tab. As you can see, these pull tabs are a lot bigger. I mean, twice the size. I like that, and then I kind of don't like that at the same time. One, it does give you a little bit more to grab onto. It's easier to acquire. But for me, the one thing I kind of like about these small ones was they're a little bit less inconspicuous. So, when you had these out, I'll just zip these up, show you real quick. When you have these out, this one kind of dangles a lot more. So when I'm, this doesn't attract too much, but this is pretty noticeable. Everyone sees this. Again, for the most part, here in California, not a lot of people recognize this. They don't even think twice about things, even when you're printing, when you're on body carry. But it was just a minor difference that I kind of liked the smaller one. But when I'm, kind of more in the wilderness, and if I'm still using this, I kind of like this, just because less people are looking at it, kind of thing. But that was the one big notice I liked. I kind of still like the smaller pull tab a little bit more. I wish there was a way to make this smaller, or if you could customize it like in their shop, if you could ask for a smaller one. But that might be something maybe in the future. I haven't even reached out to them about something like that. But personal preference, I kind of like the smaller tabs. That aside, I really do love this large bag. Just to show you for reference, the big reason I got the bigger bag was so that I can carry my bigger guns in here. Just for reference, pulling 2 guns, P365 X macro comp, verifying, empty, no magazine, and Walther PDP, empty, no magazine. Love these both guns, and I'll probably actually do an in-depth review on the PDP here in a little bit. But regardless, coming back to it, the P365X macro fits amazing in this bag, and it fits in the large bag, which is the reason I went with the large bag originally. Was I prefer a little bit smaller, conspicuous gun. You do have to angle this one a little bit better in this bag, only for one reason. It's because I have a red dot on here. So you kind of want to line it up a little bit lower. I tend to camp mine off to the side and drop this down to where you can kind of feel it right here. But that gives me, one, a better grip angle. So when I come in and grab this, on my waist, it has a better grip angle, and 2, it drops that red dot to where when you do the pull, the quick pull, there's never any issues. See, so that one was a little bit rough, but I'm kind of pulling it flat on the table. On my waist, this pulls great. So I went with the extra large for the PDP because, just to show you in this one, it will not fit. Even if you line it up there. Oh, it kind of does fit, actually. I lied. But it's not really advisable. The red dot sticks out a little bit. You can still pull it. So if you do have something like this with a red dot, the magazine will stick out. It'll match it, but you're not going to be able to tilt it. You're not going to be able to cant it. Have to be exactly 90. I prefer to tilt it like that. You're kind of running out of room, gets really tight. I personally prefer a bigger one because then you can run it any angle you want in this bag, just about any angle. The other reason I really like the extra large is, especially if you do run them 90, with your body, with the bag, it makes it really easy to throw in your extra magazine. This is actually, here we go. This is the Walther mag. So it makes it easy to go like that. So you can run them in here, or you can throw this up here on the top, both of which work. And when you line it this way, it folds, right there, essentially. So you're never ever running into any slack issues. If you were to run it right here, it's going to hit the gun and it's going to bulge a little bit more. I'm not a big fan of the bulge. Yeah, I really do like these. They both serve a purpose. It's just there's pros and cons to having a smaller one over having a larger one, but then there's some pros and cons about having a larger one over the smaller one. These, changes with the pull tabs, the stitching on the front and the logo, and the longer pull tab, I believe those are just changes that they've made over time. They're not, I don't think you can get this style anymore. You can get this size, but I think it has these attachments. It might have a smaller pull tab. I'm not 100% sure. So those are just changes they've made over time with these, but they're the biggest changes I saw that I kind of wish they would have, more so with the pull tab. I wish they would have kept the smaller ones. Same thing on the back, same attachment points, loops. They all interchange on where you can set this up, which is nice. And then these ones are for your crossbody attachment, your smaller lanyard. The lanyards are great. There's no changes to the lanyards, or the straps, I should say. Uh, they work great. You push on these and they open up. Anyways, I do highly recommend these. These are my favorite off-body carried method. 945 Industries, I think, makes a fantastic product. I do not have any affiliates with them. But every once in a while they hit sales. There's a couple other people that have affiliate links with them as well, so you could hit them up. But really, really great product. It is a little bit pricey, but for that price tag on the price you're in, you do have your holster that comes with it. That's the one thing I love. You know, when they sent me this one, they sent me the holster as well, and you can buy the holster separately. The nice thing, as you can see on both of these, they have holes on both sides. So you can actually switch this and make this for left draw instead of a right draw. So lefty or righty, doesn't matter. You get the holster, you switch it around, you're good to rock. Ready to rock and roll. So I really do like that. The ambidextrosity, I don't know, the amphibious, I don't know, a bunch of words for that. Just the ability to change it up is really nice. I love this product. I think it's a great product, and I use it pretty frequently. I haven't used it as much as I used to, but I still use it at least once or twice a week, sometimes more, depending on what my activities are. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I do recommend you go and buy one of these. It's a great product, especially if you're on the line. 100% well worth it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.